Hey, look, it's 2024. Nowadays, if you are selling any type of digital product or online program that doesn't require your time, you should have some type of money back guarantee so that you can minimize that barrier to consumption. Because what's happening nowadays is, like, since you have all of these tools to make it easier for you to be able to create and produce, and at the same time, people's level of trust is like it's harder to get. Like, you have to really build a strong brand to be able to get people to trust you and to trust that once they make that exchange, once they separate with something to consume that thing that's behind this paywall, they want to know that they're going to get the value that they're expecting. And I'm telling you this, once you capture that thing that they separated with, and once they receive that value, if they don't feel that value is in alignment with what they separated with, they're gonna be unhappy. There's a couple things that they're gonna do. The first thing that they will do is they're gonna say, "Hey, this isn't my expectation. I feel kind of robbed." Some people may just stay quiet, but if they stay quiet, they're not an advocate. Some other people, they're going to call their banks and they're going to get a chargeback put on your account. And then other people they're gonna do more public attacks. It doesn't serve you or your brand to keep the money. Okay. It doesn't serve you or your brand to keep the money. I am speaking to those of you who are digital product producers, people who are creating digital products, online offerings, ebooks, webinars, online programs, courses, challenges. If you're creating challenges, provide a guarantee. Hey, if you're not happy, I'll give you your money back. That's a-okay. Your margin on digital offerings is so high that you should be okay with, selling. Let's say you sell 10 and 9 people say, "Hey, I'm good. I like what I consumed." And even one person said, "Hey, like, I don't like this. I didn't like it." That's okay. Here's your investment back. Or another thing you can do is say, "Hey, you're not happy. Tell me a little bit about, where we have a discrepancy. Like, tell me a little bit about your expectations. Where are you at?" Give them a little bit of coaching. Maybe potentially lead them into another offering that you believe may serve what they're having challenges with. Either way, the aim for all of this stuff is to help people. All right. So I have looked through a few people's digital products, their ebooks, their courses and stuff like that. And I'm noticing that, still there are some folks out here that are like, zero returns, no refunds, no this and that. And it's like, all right, well, out of 50 people hitting this page, I'm almost positive, especially in 2024, I'm almost positive 50 people are gonna say, "All right, well, nah, if there's no return, then, like, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna sit here and buy anything because there's no return." Now think about this. I want to take you back a little bit for those of you that remember these days. I remember the days with, like, Walmart and Target and stuff like that. I remember the days when, like, if you wanted to return something, like, let's say you bought something and you wanted to return it, before you got there, you had to sit here and think about what your excuse was. You had to sit here and package it into the perfect box. You had to think about what your excuse was, because in your head, you were going into the store to try to recoup something, and you had to rationalize why you should get your money back. Have you noticed that over the years, they don't ask any questions? Oh, Amazon is notorious for this. I'll sit here and try to get a refund on something on Amazon. The second I drop that off at, like, UPS, or the second I drop it off at a Whole Foods, all I see is refund processed. And it's like, damn, you ain't even get it yet. But they've realized that the cost of trying to fight a refund exceeds just trying to recycle whatever you receive back anyways. And also too, there's something about the sentiment of a customer when they feel like they can return something. There's something about their perception of your brand that makes you win anyways, even if you're going through this process of giving them their money back. There's even some moments where you can ask somebody will say, "Hey, can I get a refund?" And you will say, "Hey, you know what? All right, absolutely. Click. Here's your refund. Now talk to me. Tell me what are some of the things that you actually needed. Tell me a little bit about your circumstance so I can help you." Do you know what type of do you know how strong of a brand building activity that is when someone receives a refund and you still ask, "How can I help you? Like, what can I do to to serve you? Is there a question I can have answered? Is there something I should have included in my digital product that you felt you missed out on?" Even after you provide a refund and you help, imagine you telling them, "Hey, I gave you a refund, and you know what? Hey, I kept the access open to the course because I'm going to be adding value to it. So you got a refund, and I kept you in the course. Would you say that I did, deliver on providing you value even after this discussion?" And if they say yes, absolutely, you know what? Oh my gosh, thank you so much. The level of energy they're in right now, they practically received this for nothing, right? And you still help them. Your brand, how they're perceiving your brand is really high. Ask them, "Hey, would you be okay hopping on video and sharing a little bit about your experience with me? Can you do a video testimonial on like what type of value I kind of leaned into providing you as it pertains to what your expectation was from this course?" And you know what they're gonna say? The majority of them are gonna, the ones that, I mean, again, you're giving the small percentage of people a refund. The majority of them are gonna say, "Yeah, no, you know what? Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I'll do a video testimonial for you." You send them instructions on providing you with the digital a video testimonial. They do it, and now all of a sudden you have validation to support you making even more sales. So again, creatives, don't think that just because you made a transaction that you earned something that day or that week. I actually have a rule. Anything that I have in revenue, I don't acknowledge that as like earnings for like 3 months. Like if I do a project, if I sell something, I don't put that in. I don't see that as income or earnings until like 3 months, because I still have certain things that needs to be fulfilled. If it's a product, I have a period of time when I want to make sure that they're okay. If it's a digital service, I have what's known as service liability. So someone pays a deposit, and then I have to sit here and fulfill that service. So I have that project is a service-based liability until I fulfill everything, and then at that point, it's considered revenue. It's considered earnings. So as a producer, as an entrepreneur, try to minimize that barrier for people to consume your offerings, and try to maximize the amount of value that you're delivering to them, so that you can start to build your posture in this space, because it's getting harder. It's getting harder, but it's easier to be able to lean in and serve so that your brand is heading in the right direction.